Yo, yo, in it. Yeah, yeah. Excuse me for a minute. Excuse me for the podcast. I don't know what this program looking. What's up? What's up? What's up? We in here. You know what I mean? I hope the mic loud and clear. You know, hope everybody had a great evening. Topic for the day is 50-50 non-existent. Is pain equal both and deals with it? And my reason for bringing this topic up now is a lot of rhetoric in the community about um, who should be fitting the bill, who should be doing this, who should be doing that, and you know, new times, new times. You know, you're gonna hear a lot of different responses today. I got a few videos. We gonna review. I don't know why they're doing this, though. But, just look forward to it. Damn, I must be. Let me get another one. Let me get another one. Let's see what I want. But yeah, man. This thing will be glitching all day, man. I don't know. It's acting crazy. Got to be the program. I was going straight into the route. So, I don't know what it is. But, long story short, man, put this up because we need to figure it out. Cousin just takes me inside lagging the night on the road. I don't really understand that part. Uh, my other. Hold on, y'all. I don't know if this would throw anything off. Hope not. Yeah, but we 50-50. They saying 50-50 is obsolete. A man should be. I got two different internet services, man. So I don't really understand what's going on. Yeah. All right, but yeah, like I said, a lot of modern women are pushing the narrative now that, well, I'm not saying it's the vast majority, that 50-50 is obsolete. A man needs to come in and provide fully, and we just opening the floor for conversation and let's see where this may go. We possibly got some youthful individuals on here also, so we gonna be as politically correct as possible. So I'm gonna try to tone down the profane language. This stuff, y'all getting on my nerves, bro. Like, really, you tripping. Yeah. I hope this shit ain't gonna be glitching all night. Damn, I'm already striking. Already striking. I don't understand it, man. Yeah. So I don't know if we could be going through this all night, man. I don't know. But you know, we got a cash app that just hit the smile for the low 10. You feel me? Appreciate that, sir, Mr. McKinney. You dig? And that's support, man. But yeah, man, we trying to figure this out, man. It's 50-50 obsolete relationships now. Um, was that the standard in the past? If the significant other chose to stay home with the kids, you know. I done been in a 100, a few 100 zero relationships, and those were horrible. I'm just, I'm just letting you know. You think, man, let's my nerve, bro. I don't know, crazy. Oh, my Wi-Fi balls. I am my man. Let me switch back to the other one. My internet's strong. What going on? I ain't switching back. Yeah, I guess we could be glitching all night, man. I apologize, but it's not me. It's the program. Um yeah, so a lot of topics I see now in the relationship situation. You know, I a big advocate for I'm a big advocate of reciprocation. You feel me? So me personally, dating or in a relationship, I feel like I was built to a man supposed to carry the load. You feel me? But nowadays, reciprocity, that ain't respected nowadays. I was actually called an enabler because I paid all of the bills. I think that's crazy because I thought that was what a man is supposed to do. Nowadays, I that sucker shit. That's you got to be a tender dick nigga, be out there paying those, all the bills. And I mean, me personally, if you're getting money, man, you shouldn't even care. You got to pay the bills anyway. You feel me? But everybody got their own vice. Me personally, that's just how I was raised. You in a relationship with a female, you flip the boat. That's what a man does. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was raised. To say if those were successful, no, none of them. None of them. Um, a lot of those situations fell to the wayside like bad, But hey, like I said, man, I've been called an enabler. I've been called all types of stuff. So the reason me pushing the narrative out there, uh, I've seen lately that that's the topic now. Relationships, you got females screaming that they ain't doing it. You got some screaming or high value females feel like screaming they ain't doing it. You know what I mean? You got us middle class and middle class and lower class people ain't afraid to put the like they ain't afraid to go half and half. It's just those over glamorized individuals who try to make it a bad thing, you know. Um, and I each its own, and it could be I guess your financial status also. You know what I mean? Me personally, shit, it shouldn't matter. You know what I mean? I see in the community that most of the elder men that I came from, well, all of them, they took care of their household. You feel me? Nowadays, I guess, in this modernized world, it's all or nothing. You feel me? And hey, like I say, we got uh, we got different points of view. I might be a dinosaur now in comparison to what's out there and how um, this Gen Z, um, this Gen Z frame of mind, what they got going on. They trying to change everything up. So, I took it upon myself tonight to get a few clips of man, this shit crazy. Different points of view, some female, some male, just so we can get like a basis on on what's the norm and what's not the norm. You know what I mean? So we gonna do that. We gonna get that right. Yeah, man. I don't know what to say about this program, man. I done rephrased this junk. I done did everything, and I know if I sign out and try to sign back in, I have to start a whole new program, and I ain't about to do that. So you just gonna be seeing me and my beans pop up every once, my whole beans pop up every once in a blue moon. Um, but I don't want it to render like this when I run in these clips, so y'all can get the full a full view of the clips and still probably possibly be able to go on and subscribe to the people that we have messages about modern relationships and what's going on. But yeah, man. So tell you a story. Me. My last every relationship I've been in, I felt the ball. Right. Every real relationship I've been in, I felt the ball. I put the chick up. You feel me? And I got I got, I got, I almost like, I almost like so used to it now that I don't even really pay it no attention because, like I say, when you got bows, you got bows. You ain't really looking at it in the aspect of, hey, um, you gonna pay half, you could do this, you could do that. You don't be thinking about it. Yeah. What's this camera? We got a comment from Naeem Muhammad. I don't care if 100 or 50-50, as long as y'all are happy. Ain't no eviction notice on the door and lights on. Who cares? People letting opinions in your relationship. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Right. Too many people are letting in your relationship. You know. But that's to say to just to keep it perfectly honest. Like nowadays you gotta you gotta kind of sort of see how the times moving. Everybody ain't moving in the same capacity. So you gotta kind of sort of respect how things how they rocking and keep it moving, man. You know, but you know, like I said, most of us who had at least some type of male figure around, we used to watch. We had these ideas, like a man's come into a relationship and provide and take and provide. You feel what I'm saying? The basis, the basis and the foundation of a man being in a relationship also. But I was saying you got these new ideals popping up. Right? Like I say, shit that the time that I've fit the bill, which was mostly every serious relationship I had, shit, I get burnt. You dig? And thinking about the money, thinking about the time, at the end of the day, like I don't really know how you even supposed to perceive it. To be honest with you, or how you supposed to take it when it's over. Dude, I just take it like shit. I did my part. Keep moving, you know what I mean? You gonna lose money anyway. You gonna have to pay bills anyway, significant bills anyway. That's just a part of life, So never looked at it to be a negative. Right? But then nowadays, you got these 50-50 situations, and I starting to understand it. But that's from me being burnt and every other relationship where I've been flirting about. So it's a balance with it. You know what I mean? Now I ain't never doing that shit again. Like I ain't never doing that. I ain't never putting myself in that type of position again. You feel me? Like to even have to think about it in that aspect. Like if we dealing, and we dealing the capacity, we meeting each other at the table. Like you bring, I bring, and I bring. Now, if even if I'm making more money, you feel me? I'll take the bigger bowls, but you gonna meet me some type of way. Like you, uh, like I don't have partners who done did the most things going bad on their end, and them people skip the fuck out. You feel me? And that shit ain't happening, Cap. Word, like I ain't able to put myself in a position where I don't feel to the point where I need a person, but keeping it a hundred, 200, whatever you want, 1,000. I just me personally, I'll never get into 100% zero relationship again. That shit could be 60-40, 70-30, but you gonna pay. And, you know, me cook, I clean. I mean, I take care of my kid. Like, I take care of kid. Like if that's the dynamic, I hands on with everything. You know what I'm saying? But when you moving nowadays, most of this starting to look like a lot of usury going on, a whole lot of usury, and you gotta. I don't know if you gotta chalk it up to the times. Like you gotta chalk it up to the state of the nation right now. I don't know, but that's just it for me. Like me personally, I ain't doing that shit. You know. But I'm gonna try to bring a clip in real quick. I'm gonna bring a clip in real quick before this shit glitch again, and we're gonna go from me. Um, I'm gonna roll off the topic with that. My bad, I had to restart. And there you have it. There, there you have it. That's the perspective. Like I say, you got people who really in the mud, man. You got people who really going through it and trying to build partnerships and real unification and out for one another. That's the only way to really make it anyway. I mean, yeah, you can do it all alone. You can do it by yourself, but hey, you take a man making 70,000, a woman making 40,000. I got $110,000 in the house. You feel me? Within 5 years, y'all should be a power couple if y'all manage your money properly and do the things that's needed to succeed. You know what I mean? This glitching killing me, yo. Saying that this all day. I ain't doing it now. But yeah. So this is a this is a big stigma. What's up, Unc? This is a big stigma in the community. Us dealing with how we dealing with one another and being able to. I don't know, man. I just really feel like a lot of what's up, Unc? A lot of I think we must guide it about how we're supposed to deal with one another, life, and until the about unification, partnership, love, and the family being grounded and secure. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to really, come together as a unit and make things happen, man. Those that's chasing the dollar really selfish. And is there room for selfish people in the community or in a household? You dig? Um, I dealt with some selfish people. They told me they've been selfish. um, And ultimately at the end I got burnt. It's cool though. It's cool though, baby. It's cool. You know, I ain't losing no sleep. You dig? And then, wishing the best for those people. But then later on down the line, after taking the time to redirect and refocus, we men tend to turn to, man, I ain't doing shit. Like, I had a conversation with my partner earlier discussing the topic, and he says as soon as he meets a female, he pulls money off the table. Like that's not no money, and you gotta respect that because of the dynamic in the community now. Like, females really on your top to do the vast majority. You got hardworking women out here. I'm not saying like that's the populace of females when it comes to that being an ideal, but you know the normal standard now, you're gonna pay like you weigh, and that's really what's going on. I don't see too many people, uh, and like I say, like the narrative being given to us. You feel me? Like these people wouldn't be popular unless the algorithm or the message that they putting out fit the agenda. You dig? That's what we've been talking about earlier today on the noon show. You know, um, you got these certain ideals that's being passed to the community to keep us stagnant. You look at any other culture, they pooling their resources inside the household. Like you may have a female who has a career and a male who has a career, and they pooling their resources. They kids, they structuring the way their kids leaving high school with uh, good credit. It's a lot, but like I say, we get fed a narrative, and instead of us paying attention to what's being done to our community, we choose not to even entertain it. You know what I mean? We choose to look past it, and I think that's destroying us because we apart most of the time. You feel me? We apart most of the time, so they ain't helping nothing. You know, we apart. People don't get we get better against one another, and it's just a big. We bashing one another consistently. You know what I mean? So moving forward, um, there is a separatist group, the high value bougies. You know what I mean? You got people out here who want to be in that population, but really ain't. You really look down upon. So to say you come from nothing and ain't got to stand on for real, why would you adopt this idea? You know what I mean? You got men and women doing it. I don't never see myself being better than nobody. We all put our drawers on one foot at a time, one leg at a time. We all got the same problems. Paying our mortgage, light, Wi-Fi, water, uh, food, car note, car insurance. If you own your car, still car insurance, cell phone, both, you got to maintain. So I look at it that way. I don't look at people and say, well, hey, I found because you never knew what's gonna happen when you turn that corner. You know what I mean? But you got people in the world who pushing the divide, and that's really what's going on out here. They, like I said, man, I gotta excuse me for this glitching because I don't really know what's going on. All of my Wi-Fi is strong. I don't switch from one town to another. I probably gonna switch back to see if that works. Um, Stuff is buffering. I don't even know what this buffering. Yeah. So I'm gonna run this other video real quick. Before that's supposedly, allegedly a high value female screaming that this is her perspective. I'm gonna run that back. Like I said, you got that rhetoric, this high value woman. Like, man, come on, man. You high value on the internet, but you might be a bucket for a bunch of. You know what I mean? Like I say, these are the people that are feeding this narrative. Woman's supposed to, use a man, or you know, ain't supposed to be um, ain't supposed to be no reciprocity in relationships. It's one side and on no side. You feel what I'm saying? And I might be wrong. Your perspective might be different. You know what I mean? You feel me? You know what I mean? I look at it the way you look at it, or you've been taught that this needs to be this way. But tell me, how is this helping the community? How is this helping? A lot of these, for example, like the Mexicans, they do a lot of communal living. You know what I mean? We far away from that. We can't do that. We kill one another. You know what I mean? We can't live in that construct. So to say we can't live in that type of construct and trying to deal with everyday relationships or inside the capacity of a relationship, and we can't deal properly in that. What's that? What does that say about us as a, you know what I mean? And like I say, the ultimate effects always affect the kids, because if you if two parents can't inside a household can reciprocate properly and deal and balance each other out properly, there's gonna be one side of the kids. The kids' point of view is gonna be skewed. Like, they're gonna be looking at life like young ladies gonna be coming out the household, oh, he got to do this, do that, or you know what I mean, or else. And you know, you got the boys coming out like, you know, I ain't doing that. You know, just it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, so to me, I just feel like we need to do better communicating. I know a lot of people that get excuse me, used. It's a lot of, a lot of dead weight shit you gotta shake off, like because you done help this one and they cross you, done help this one and they cross you. But look, I look at it like this: if we make choices wiser, who we choose to deal with in that capacity, and using that type of energy transfer, because finances are energy too, that comes and goes, it fluctuates. You know what I mean? Um, if we pick wisely, if you take a loss, your partner should be able to balance you out or balance the household out until you gather. That should be a equal situation. But nowadays, like I said, these narratives getting pushed across the table because of social media, the social construct, which is destroying us, and we don't see it. Sad, because they give us our leaders. They you look at it. I look at social media all the time, right? Before this thing became popular, really popular, people who on the net popping right now, if we had no social media, they would be nothing. Like, they ain't had no name in the street. They were unknown individuals. Like, you had to really be out here and socialize to become a figure, so to speak, or to be known. You dig? So now all you gotta do is post some pictures next to cars, some money right here, a gun, um, dress up in a suit. You've probably been a nerd all through school, nobody been paying no attention. Like, it just, now you can you can set the narrative for yourself, which I don't see that as being a problem. But a lot of people, that's one saying I remember, and it's always stick with me. Um, Absolute power corrupts absolutely, right? And I don't remember where I get that from. I get it from out of book. I don't remember which one. I done read so many. But just the concept of that, like, you got people who coming from having ugly duckling syndrome, um, to now being popular and don't know how to handle power, and being popular is having power. So how you sway people in your popularity is also a duty, you know. If you choose to use your popularity for positivity or negativity, that's on you. But moving forward, you should be able to say, hey, like, I got a responsibility, you know. And being honest, I learned that, in the streets before I even start dealing with music. You treat people how you want them to treat you. You know what I mean? And in some cases, you got to be mindful of treating people, period, because too good of a too good of treatment spoils. You know what I mean? And that even rings true. So, like I say, man, this is a narrative that been put out in the populace, and I just wanted to have a discussion. And it's a lot of people who have conversations on this topic. Like, I've got messages, heard some of the wildest stories, some of the craziest ideals about how a man's supposed to receive a woman when she in that state. Now, one thing I know about a man, if a woman is fully in her femininity, she's handling business in the household, and our household is moving properly, a man will die about the wonder what I want. He gonna work them jobs, do this, he gonna do that. We also had the conversation today about men um, men swing from responsibility, and I feel like responsibility within itself is just a given. Like you supposed to, as a man, stand up right. When you do, responsibility come with it. You know what I mean? But a lot of people haven't been taught um, that principle, and that's why we got the state of what we got right now. Um, that's why we got the state of what we got right now. We got a lot of um, we got a lot of um, men claiming to be that don't know how to walk in the masculine principle, and that within itself is causing problems. Now, I don't know why this internet glitching like this. I really got to be the program. Got to be the internet. I don't know if I lagging y'all in or not, but I looking at me, so I can't see if I'm lagging. Screen keep going in and out. So we probably ain't gonna hold this show all night because I don't really understand what's going on. I'm gonna do the two, but we ain't gonna do the two tonight, man. This is ridiculous. I got another clip I want to show. And this is from a male. He he was basically telling a story of the beginning stages of a 50-50 in a marriage. So y'all check this out. Yeah, yeah. Excuse me, man. I trying to that shit glitching up so bad. But like I say, man, we and that's a prime example of a partnership, a true partnership, something that's going on. A lot of people walking away from potential situations like that because they're stuck in the construct or in the ideal of this is how this is supposed to be. This is the modernized way of living, or how this is supposed to pan out. Each his own. Like I said, most men nowadays ain't doing it. And I know most females ain't doing it either. Like, look, yeah, bro, I ain't taking care of everything that's moving. You know what I mean? Like, you come in a situation, 50-50 or 70-30, however this may be. Had a conversation It wasn't even a conversation. Yeah, well, it was a conversation because we wound up speaking after the live. I was on a phone conversation, and know, the female said she didn't want to give up her current residence, what she's built, to merge with a man, and I could almost understand that. I could almost understand that she on her own for 16 years, and she wanted to maintain her semblance of independence. Which I told her even on the live, you could keep your space and still maintain j- start a new journey with this person, you know. But it was ultimately, you know, man, I want her to shut everything down. Like, bro, you don't work no more. You don't do it. I don't know. Like, in some cases, I guess what works for certain people works for certain people. Certain situations call for certain, action. Like I say, man, I don't been in situations like that, man. I had nothing, like, and shit. I done been in a relationship doing everything, and the motherfucker been in the street lying, saying he been doing. You feel me? You know, and that's the dynamic of things too. You got envy and jealousy in relationships also. That causes a rift. You know what I mean? Like I done been in a couple of those. I don't know how I lay next to a person envious and jealous when I looking out. Yeah, so like I say, it's to each his own. Everybody got their own personal experience with what they battling with and what they went through in the past. Now, I don't dwell on the past. I just know the temperature of the day isn't the same as when I've been growing up seeing male figures um, do what was considered what a man's supposed to do, right? Um, I think I had a conversation in a few lives speaking about how I talked to my mom before she passed. Like, yo, like I feel like you set me up. Like the morals and principles and values y'all instill in me ain't what's going on out these doors. Like you gotta kind of be nasty out here because no one cares about no one, you know. And that's the sad part about it. Like you gonna get that. Like nowadays, that's what it is, you know. But I can say this as a man, if I do find that person that, um, hey, Mr. Clement, yep, a man is supposed to protect and provide. But nowadays, you got this new temperature out here, and you got to weather the storm. You know what I mean? A lot of men shying away from it because you know that's this new ideal is what's taking effect. Like everybody just on a different wave. You dig? And like I said, me personally, from my past experience, female gotta meet me halfway. I ain't doing the most no more. I ain't doing the most. I don't care if I have multi-millionaire. I'm not doing it. No, I ain't. I ain't. Like I said, I have been called an enabler. Oh, you doing all the work, paying all the bills. That's why she ain't want to do nothing. In my mind, like shit. If I had that type of support, boy, I've been gonna go ape shit. Like I've been going to get it. But people move on their own time and how they move. But that's life. I'd have been called out a few times, and I just been doing what I was raised to do. A man's duty, protect and provide. Just like Ms. Clemens said, and like I say, this is I don't know, man. That's a conundrum, a big one, big puzzle. Like, you know, Do you have to move in a different energy to attract those that know how to reciprocate, or do you keep fishing? As Clement says, a female is supposed to be the help. If you're paying the bills, I'm saving our money for a rainy day. Respect. You feel me? And nowadays, you know, there isn't a that and I mean that can be said in a conversation too. You know, that can be said in conversations like how things are supposed to be. You know, in that relationship when y'all set y'all boundaries. You know, y'all go through y'all standards. The standards of the relationship which should be done. You know what I mean? Like I said, preferences is a whole superficial situation. When you go through them standards and brackets and standards, you should really know what what you and your partner should be getting into. You know what I mean? But you know, and I don't say that's the full. You know, I don't think that's the full crux of females who have that ideal. Modern black females who have that ideal. I really feel like that's just some social media shit. You know, yeah, you got your users. We know the users. The users get slut out. Just keeping it 100. Like, ain't no man when they write my, well, you know, you got some suckers. You feel me? I'd have to call a sucker too. And I was looking at it like, I ain't seen you lost. The boat's been like $2,800. You feel me? $2,800 a month. I would have spent that on rooms. You think? So, you know, um, the way you look at things, I guess, you know what I mean? Don't bother me, you know what I mean? But you just got people who look at things in the negative all the time. I was taught to think negative to get a positive reaction, but you don't use negativity to influence your actions. You feel me? Unless it's called. So um, I feel like you know, being that I have had a past like that, like um, and even more so, a woman proving themselves. You know what I mean? Yes, you do have to do what's right for you. I don't even feel like a woman got to prove themselves to me, so to speak, because I really care. It's weird to say I really don't care to the point where I even pay attention to stuff like that. You know, your femininity will outshine anything else. Like tangible, physical things mean nothing to me. You know, that don't mean nothing to me. And I know when you love something, you're gonna protect that with everything you got. So, you know, whether that be financial, emotional, physical, you know, spiritual, etc. Today. But nowadays, like I said, they coming out. They used to a couple of years ago, even a hot girl summer, and them girls coming out looking for the scammers and getting caught up. You know, that just been the thing. You know what I mean? So now everybody on a money trip. You got to be doing this and got to be doing that. But these same people who set this tune and this narrative don't love like that. They don't. You feel me? And that's the sad part about it. A person can feed you anything, and now they getting pissed on. You feel me? Puffy peeing on this person. You feel what I'm saying? So you know, you gotta pay attention to what you're dealing with, man. It's a lot of you know, entertainment is entertainment. Some people don't know how to separate entertainment from reality. You know, they think that's the standard of living. You know, and when you at that point, when you feel like when you feel like that's what it is, you know, trying to step back and reevaluate because you know social media shouldn't drive no one to doing anything. That's just me. Like I'll come on social media and spike that shit for 2 weeks straight, just jokes, laughing out loud, boom, boom, boom. If social media shut down right now, it wouldn't bother me, you know. But that's just me, you know. You got people who strive and was trying to say that's why I vet the man I'm entertaining. Hey, that's respect. You got to. you got to see what people morals, principles, and values at, man. You know, because I know, like I said, man, if a woman securing her femininity, a man gonna take care of her. He gonna go above and beyond if he's standing in his proper principle on his school and his masculine. You know what I mean? He gonna fit the boat. You know what I mean? But then you also got these dudes who done who be looking to use. And I know at times you can't even really tell the difference. You know, can't really even tell the difference, man. You know, this like I say, man, this is it's an uphill battle, man. Y'all gotta fight. You know, but I just still feel like lines of communication open and you able to really talk to a person. You know how to use discernment. You know, be analytical. You should be able to weave the bullshit. You know what I mean? That's just that's just it. You know, like the last couple of times I got burnt, I looked past all the red flags. Today, I looked past them. Wasn't even focusing on them because I had other things going on. I was consuming them. You know, I'm just going to say I have my ways of telling if he's with bullshit. Better, you know. But you know, I really want to make this statement too, and I don't know if people really pay attention when you in the early stages of your adulthood, you really don't got yourself together. So a lot of what you a lot of what you're around absorb is what the energy you moving in. You know, and a lot of people really don't pay that no attention. If you going to the club a lot, you will be wrapped up in the party and party and party and party and party and party. If you in the streets a lot, you know what I mean. Just whatever energy you consistent with, that's where your intellect or your your frequency will be on. You feel what I'm saying? So I just look at it like, around about the age of 25, 26 to 35 is when you really be trying to figure out life, like what you need to be doing. And you got some people who come up early and get this shit together out the gate, but a lot of those people had help. You feel me? They come out, they had help. When you're trying to figure it out on your own, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, you know. And Mr. Markel said, that ain't no 50-50-100-0, as we do what we gotta do to make ends meet. See, and like I say, and even you can see this, like you seen us going on social media, like people don't even be on the dime for real. Like I ain't on the dollar, like whatever we gotta do to keep it moving, you know, it is what it is. But I know for a fact that I ain't picking up no more projects. No, no, that shit don't work out. That shit don't work out. So that's a whole nother conversation. I'm picking up no more projects. I respect people for who they are, how they walk in their capacity, but I ain't doing that. I could have just walked out and give a fuck. Like, boom. Shit. If I knew I was gonna lose all that shit, I should have just gave you the 50 and tell you to get the, you know what I mean? But you live and you learn. You know what I mean? I got another clip I won't play before this shit break out again. And this is a Gen Z young lady, probably from the ages of 23. I'm gonna say, I'll say 21 to 27, 28, something like that. But I'm gonna play this for y'all real quick. handle this. Y'all can't hear it?
I can take care of this. Or if he can't pay all the bills at one point in time, can you step up and take care of some of those bills? If you're like, you need to be able to put out the things that you're.
No, that's crazy. I'm gonna run it back real quick. I'm gonna run it back real quick.
I see a lot of people that feel some type of way about with the man vice versa, but I'm going to be completely honest. There's nothing wrong with going 50. Me as a woman, I would go 50-50 if I didn't have kids. Now, I feel like when kids are involved, and all the bills, you want to women who really do something to you, like, don't use your life, just trying to use you and just trying to get all that they can get out of you. Like, I feel like that's what people get 50-50 messed up at because they feel like, oh, well, he need to be paying all the bills. Okay, well, are you going to be able to help him on a rainy day? Like, are you going to be able to step in and say, hey, I can handle this, or I can keep it paying all the bills and we'll step up and take those bills. If you're requiring things like that, you need to be able to put out the things that you're as a woman.
Well, I try to make sure that coming through. My mom told me as a child that a man, a man can't really fully please a female. A woman always gonna continue to want. And that been coming from my mama. Whether I don't know. I mean, like that, dealing with a woman is a Rubik's cube. You got to know how to you got this shape shifting and change. You're trying to get all the patterns together, and you think you got it together. A waste, not a waste of trying, but you ain't gonna never fully get the grasp of that situation. Keisha Clemens said 80% of marriages, the woman divorces first. Y'all say that, but y'all don't. We don't what? 80% of marriages, the woman divorces first. Y'all say that, but y'all don't. Hold on. Let me go back. Y'all having a full blown conversation. Okay, so Mr. McHale says women don't know what they want. They don't even they're not even comfortable with what God gave them. Ms. Clement said, "Well, I do." So a man will never please them. And Ms. Clement says, "Okay, 80%, 80% of marriages, the woman divorces first. Y'all say that, but y'all don't." Mr. McHale says, "If you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else." Respect. What I accept or desire from a man, I can also provide for myself with no problem. Explain that. Well, what I accept or desire from a man, I can also provide for myself, no problem. Explain that, Ms. Clement. What do you provide? You need to call that. That's what you need to do. I can post this number because this shit glitching. Anybody want to call in, you can call in. As soon as this stupid crap. I wish I could screenshot my bars. Always when you're trying to do something positive, negativity happens. It's okay, we gonna push through. Mr. McHale says, Lakeisha Clemens, that's the problem. God put us here as men to provide. Women are here to nurture. Ooh, we got too many women trying to be men. Y'all need to call in. One of y'all need to call in, man. The number on the board, right there. 843-800-9504. Yeah, we do got a lot of women who screaming their alphas and they while I barking and yelling. That don't make you no alpha. Alphas don't even have to say they alpha. You know. And I don't know what it says now. All this domination. Like who wants to dominate? Hold on real quick. We got a call. We got a caller hung up. We got men who grown little boys who don't know how to lead. Yeah. I mean, you know, that work out too. That's a situation within itself also. But then the choices of dealing with a dude who you know ain't worth shit, but you see past him not being shit for potential. I mean, ultimately, that's what he show you. You know? And show y'all how gangsta I get with us. How gangsta I get with us. Hold on. You got a caller. Yo, yo. Yo, yo.
Oh,
What's
you hear
up?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Basically, what I was saying was the life I desire from a man, I can also provide for myself. Like if I want a man to love me, I gotta have self love. If I
Right,
want a man, if I want completeness, I have to be complete with myself first.
right,
That's basically what I was saying because at the end of the day, you gotta love yourself first. You can't expect somebody to come in there and give you love. That's your responsibility to love yourself first.
right. You right.
So that's what I was basically saying. It's not about financial because if I want a Gucci purse or something, I know how to provide that for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
gotta make sure that I'm straight, just in case if my man, you know, fall on a rough time, because times do get rough sometimes. That's basically what I was saying. But you just
Yeah.
gotta be able to provide the same love you need
You
to
want to receive it.
provide the same. Yeah, reciprocate
Right,
basically.
right.
You gotta
So,
be able
so
to reciprocate the stuff back because if I'm pouring into that man and he ain't giving it back to me, then I'm gonna run myself dry
try as a
and we
motherfucker.
could be at odds. Like yeah, I say we gonna be at odds.
Right, right. So, question. Me ask you. You a female. Is that narrative that a man must do it all out there? Like when you conversate with females, are they speaking like, "Oh, if he ain't not those line one"? Like, do you hear that a lot?
I hear that a lot from a female perspective. I hear that a lot and I see that a lot.
Right,
Me, I'm freshly divorced. I've been in a marriage for 12 years where he paid everything.
right, right,
He
right.
paid every single thing. And then at the end of the day, we've been in control factor too. So if
So
he
he
paid
paid the stuff
everything,
to
he was
control.
good.
So right, 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 right,
Then I've been in school. So then I had to come up off that and be like, I got to get my own because I can't allow this man to be able to have that much power over me. But you just got to do what's best for your household. That's all I feel.
Okay, so that's why I made the statement. I've been like absolute power corrupt, absolutely. Like you, you got people who abuse their position in your life. You feel what I'm saying? So like you got those who do that dynamic out here with men and females. They want to vie for control, like it's a power trip, you know, and they turn one each other again. You know what I mean? Like me personally, if I'm in a relationship with you, right? You female,
Mhm.
we done come to the agreement. Yeah, I got all the bows. You going to school, right? To better yourself. But you bettering yourself for us. This ain't you bettering yourself just for you solely. You bettering yourself for us. So I would look at it like I investing in my family. You feel me? Because I know if say I get in an accident and I can't get to work, you done finished you in your career you doing. I should hope that you give me time to heal and I can, everything will be all right. You'll be able to carry the burden until I gather. You feel what I'm saying? I think that's
Right.
how a real relationship's supposed to work. But nowadays it's
And
not
that's
like that.
because a female, in all actuality, a female is supposed to be a helpmate.
Right.
There's how I see it now, like if I'm with a man and he's the sole provider and something happens to him, at least he knows that, all the money that I've been, you know, giving to her or the money she's been making, she's been putting
But
it out.
not
We
right.
good.
Right. We should be
We
okay.
have to, steal from how the saying goes, steal from Paul to pay
Hey,
Peter,
Peter.
steal from Peter to pay Paul.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's why I look at it as, a lot of men scared of, how can I say, the ones that I've been coming across. A lot of them scared of a woman with a career. You know what I'm saying? It's scared that it's a control factor. They're so used to somebody who needed them for every single thing versus somebody who like, no, I just need you.
Well, I can say this as a man. I don't give a fuck how much money you make. I being honest because at the end of the day, what, what you make don't you know? I mean, what you make doesn't have any effect. So you do, like I said earlier, you do have men that power trip, but that's they form. That's a part of the insecurity with themselves. You feel me? Like
Right,
you gotta be an insecure person to want to fully dominate or use something else to try to control. I've never been one to try to control somebody. Yeah, real men don't. I don't
right,
care
right,
if you like right now. You can be rich, right? But we clicking,
right,
we vibing. Yeah, we like. I don't care about how much money you got. I fuck with you for you. Feel me? This
right,
ain't got nothing to do with your financial status. Because at the end of the day, if we decide to part ways, I ain't gonna put all my eggs in no basket just because I gotta get on my shit and get up there too. You feel me?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, you just want that person around. You don't too much care about, you know,
And just be
what
a
they
woman,
make.
man. Just be a woman, be a friend, be a help. Like you say, like men don't care about your education, how far you gone. We don't care about no. We don't care about your money. You know, we don't care about stuff like that. We care about you being solid in your femininity and you making me feel balanced. That's it. I'm gonna do the rest.
Right,
You know,
right, right, right.
but they just sad out here because the narrative being spun by social media, man. Every man
And
that
you
I
know what's
know, go ahead, got it.
sorry, hi. You know what's so crazy? I just was not just with my homeboy when he said he's tired of the hot girl, like girl, like waves that's going on. He's tired of it because every time you look, it's somebody who needs something or don't even want to get to know him.
Right.
Basically, that's I tell him. I said, just chill out
No,
or
they ain't
not.
won't get
Just
to know you. You gotta even look at that dynamic. Like one of them with loyalty, you don't hear nothing about her. Period. Like she's a respectable woman. I guess that their relationship going fluently. I mean, you got another one with a podcast getting pushed on. Like, come on, like they set the narrative. And let's say we talking trash about Beyonce neither. Like Beyonce run a gambit herself, but she's a happily married woman. You know what I mean? She got a family. A lot of this narrative, she's out there making money just like her husband, and they both doing for one another. Peace, like V, yeah, they doing for one another. So the way I look at it as like Why are we sitting back waiting on or not waiting on, but moving in these people's and they sit in the narrative. Like ain't no need for you to sit in on narrative. We need to be setting our own standards. Or the standards and
Yeah.
morals and principles that we've been given from our elders when we come out the door, and you've been even your chance to go out there and become an adult. I know they give you some morals. Know they give you
Right.
they give you some type of values to carry. Like, hey, this is what you need to be providing for your family. This is what you need to be doing. Shit, y'all used to wake up the same as us every day and have to clean Sundays, super clean the house. Like we had to do that. And as a unit,
Okay.
ain't like I'm gonna lay down and watch football while you doing everything. Okay, if you got the laundry, I'm gonna clean the kitchen and I'm gonna clean the bathrooms. I'll pull the trash. You feel me? If you gonna vacuum or sweep, then I'll take the trash out. You got to be that type of stuff. You feel me? Like ain't no man should be laying up like that and he in his house and he's saying
Right.
this is his house. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Right. And I feel like a relationship should be a team thing, kind of like Jordan and Pippen.
Right,
And you got my back, I got yours. But nowadays it's like it's totally different. I don't know. It's a new wave that's going on, and I feel like they need to not to sound corny or cheesy, but I feel like with the hot girl, city girl thing, I feel like that just needs to go away, ride its wave and go away, and then bring back like the '90s females, like
right,
Neil
right,
Young and all them. You know what
right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right. But even them, they don't get caught up in that rhetoric. If you look at what they got going on, like they making bad choices, and like for example, you look at what's the lady name who played on Diamond, Lisa Ray.
Okay.
Lisa Ray as a passport, every man she solidified herself with as a foreigner. Like, and then you got I mean, the standard crazy because the tone off, like the whole vibration off. But I won't play this song. As soon as this thing jump back on, I want to just show y'all like a video of somebody who's today's popular, who's young, and her mindset. Like, but like I say, man, we done gone, like you said, you done been in a relationship, you married, and now, let me ask you a question. What was the reason for your divorce? I don't mean to be rude.
Um, my divorce end with. So I'm gonna be 100 completely clear. It had like the cheating, and then it had like the domestic violence, and after that, I don't do that. Hey, we can have our sex, but that hand on stuff,
Right, right,
no, I don't play that. I
right,
don't do that. So
right.
even quitting time is the time to go. So I made a big choice. I'm moving on, going to therapy, healing, and
Oh,
doing
that's
what's right
that's
because I
respect. You going
so
there?
I ain't gonna sit here and let my man be out and I turned to a savage
Right,
based on what he did. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I do what I had to do and,
You see
better myself
yourself
for
getting
myself.
married again?
Yeah, I see myself getting married again.
You
But
like the
this
married
time
life, like being married when it's blissful. Like, do you like the construct of a marriage?
I love the foundation of marriage,
Right.
what it's based on, what it could be. A lot of people say marriage is hard work.
Hmm.
It's based on if you want to fight for your spouse, we can fight through this together. We can do this together. And
Right.
there ain't no reason for you to go out there with the next person. We can do this together. But in all actuality, God has to be in the middle of it.
Right.
Like you gotta have God in the middle of it, in the center of it. And that's just how I feel. But I do see myself getting married again. I'm open to it again. It just has to be the right person.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
I'm not about to be doing this no two and no three times.
So
You
so
know,
basically,
and
in your first experience, you know what qualities of a man is needed to fortify a successful marriage.
Yeah, like one thing I can say about being married for 12 years, I can basically say that it opened my eyes to a whole lot of different things, like different. How can I say? Like it opened my eyes. Sometimes I'm kind of
No, you good.
but it opened my eyes to a bunch of different, things like what to accept, what not to accept.
Right,
This is how real life should feel. You don't need to put up with this,
right,
like I don't know, like my tolerance level in the beginning, my tolerance level was like real low. I'm not gonna put up with it, but then I was like, I can't be like that. I can't be bitter,
right, right.
So let me carry myself to therapy. But all in all, I can see myself getting married again. But this time around, I'm taking it slow. Right?
Right, right. So let me ask you a question from a woman's perspective. Do you feel the dating pool is slow?
I feel, in all honesty, I feel like down here, I don't need to speak for Charleston, but I just feel like it's horrible down here. Like it is very horrible because everybody's so put on for self.
Right,
They
right,
next move like an opportunist,
right, right,
you
right,
know, like come up. Ain't nobody trying to date for love. Everybody is mostly for self and trying to get what they can get and move on.
right, right,
You know, it's hard to date down here, and then when I go to another city, it's quite easy to date,
right,
quite easy. But it's how can I say? It's just hard. Like a woman like myself,
right.
like if I dating, I'm dating with a purpose,
For the purpose.
and my
Right,
purpose is to get married and to stay married.
right,
And now it's so hard to date because it's like the city girls to take it over and that narrative of the men thinking that every female is a city girl when no, we not all are city girls.
right.
A lot of us are really looking for love. And some of us, I can only speak for myself. I'm in my soft energy. I'm not in that masculine energy no more. I used to be,
Right,
but
right,
I'm not in that no more. And it's so hard to date because that's all they see.
right.
And if that's what you used to, that's how you gonna think. So
As a man, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't even know how to identify. Um, put it like this: when I do come in contact with pure femininity, that shit's so disturbing because I've been on God for so long. You feel what I'm saying? Like you don't even know how
hmm
to receive it. I think a lot of men take it as though like, she trying to play me like a sucker, huh? Like I slow, like I slow, like I know she trying to play with me, bro. You feel me? And it plays with your insecurities from your past situations. Mr. B says when relationships, marriages lose respect, that's a wrap. Yeah, 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 that is.
right.
But like I say,
But
I
my thing
go
is
ahead.
to go to therapy and just
And I've been to
because at the
therapy,
end of
man. I wound up having
yeah, but
sex with my therapist.
heal. But my thing is, if you don't get that help and heal from that, then you will bleed on a good woman. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Well,
You
I
gotta.
really do. I do a lot of self meditation and a lot of self work. Now, mind you, I get these tools, a lot of these tools from therapy. I've been in therapy like 8 times in my life. Get different incidents to get put into therapy. All right, for anger management, different various reasons. You feel what I'm saying? So, I don't pick up a lot of positive tools to use in everyday life, but I choose not to go to therapy nowadays because put it like this right here, and I had this conversation with my partner, right? Um, a lot of people who go to therapy lie to their therapist. They don't be fully transparent. So you can never really get the help you need because you're trying to look for validation. And I even talked to a bunch of therapists that said this, that you can't really help people. They want you to be on their side even when they're wrong, you know? And that's
Right.
another thing too, like me personally, like I ain't got no reason to lie to nobody. One of my biggest rules with myself is I do for me, so I ain't got to lie. I got a lot of you for you don't do shit for me. You feel me? I don't feel like it calls for me to ever wanna tell a lie. I be so transparent and blunt sometimes that the shit spook who I deal with. Like, damn, boy, anything come out your mouth. No, I telling you the truth. Brittany Rossi says, I know a few, but they should set boundaries and it depends on the situation at hand. You're right. You know,
Right.
but like I say, therapy is needed. Therapy helped me out. You know, I had to be fully transparent with these people from my upbringing on up. Like some things I had to omit due to the fact that I don't want to cause my mama problems when I was younger boy. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you go too in depth, then people will take you from your people. So, I had to straddle the fence on certain things to say. But as a grown up, the times that I gone, you know, I had great encounters, enough that I ain't able to be medicated for nothing. These 7 manic depressive, but I just been fucking stressed out. But just looking at that, the temperature of what we dealing with, like people wise, I think everybody's so better, not better, but torn a little bit. We got a lot carrying a lot of resentment and into new situations that be subconscious instead of conscious. Like it just a pop up from a trigger, you know.
But
And I
you
think,
know,
go ahead.
oh, sorry, hon. But I was saying what you said. A lot of people carry it into new relationships. How do you expect, feel like when we were going together, and if I'm trying to love you and trying to show you that I'm not playing you, that you still holding on to that hurt from the past, you gotta be open and willing to receive it. You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
you're
And
right,
accept that I'm loving you and I'm showing you that I'm honest because at the end of the day, if I'm continuously keep on doing this and showing you and proving my point to you, trying to prove my point to you,
right,
then eventually I'm gonna get tired and I'm gonna move on. That's why I said that's why a
eh,
lot of people need to go get help because you can talk to your face, you can talk to them until your face turn blue
right, right,
and show them that you're not going to play them or hurt them, and they still don't believe you because based on what Sally Sue and Mary did to them
right, right.
in
Sally Sue
heart
and
and
Mary
like
ain't a shit,
here.
man. They ain't a shit. I can tell you that. And that's why he's saying, I just keeping it 100. A man, when he hard for a man to eat cheat. Like cheating female, he hard. That shit hard for a man to eat. I don't get to the point where I don't give a fuck. You feel me? Because I can't control your body and who you decide to give it to. But that takes years of me dealing with. And I actually had a female recently just ask me if I know how to receive love. I tell her no. She asked me if I know how to make love. I tell her no. She asked me if I know how to deal with a woman. I say no. Like I keeping the shit about no. But it ain't hard to learn as long as you receptive to what's going on around you. If you able to basically pay attention, you'll be all right. You feel me? And act on it, and act in your masculinity, like not the drown out another person's energy, but to add to it. You know what I mean? I think that's just a part of being a man. I can't take the past actions I had with females and bring that forward into my current situation. But when things do arise, I do make statements like, "Hey, yo, this right here, happened with this person. You resembling that energy. I don't like it. You need to correct that. You feel me? Not to say I'm gonna stick to that, but I just need to let you know you trigger me. You know,
Right.
and
And I get that.
right, but I, and too, like when you in relationships, you need to be fully transparent when you set in your standards. Like a man need to have standards, a woman need to have standards. You need to really be fully transparent about that. But you got a lot of people a lot of men, and I'm gonna be honest, 'cause I got homeboys. You know what I mean? A lot of men, boy, we fucked up. I ain't being honest, bro. I got a homeboy who compulsively cheat, but his baby mama get a inbox. he go ape shit.
You gotta answer that.
You feel me? He go ape shit. Like he be ready to shoot cars up and all. He like, bro, you cheat all the
I'll be like,
time.
oh, mm-mm. Be like Nino Brown cancel them because I ain't got time.
No, but I just saying, like you got that, like you got that energy out here. I look at that energy out here, But it's just wild, man. You know, we all damaged, period. And like I say, in some situations, you might be in a relationship with a woman who got her shit together. As a man, I might come into a situation with a woman who got her shit together. I ain't looking for that woman to do no more than I can do for myself or do for the relationship. You feel what I'm saying? And that's just
Right,
shit how it should be. But nowadays, that narrative said that, hey, nigga, you fucking, you paying. And that's why I did the show a few weeks back about niggas skipping the games. Like, why would I want to be in a relationship and I feel like I prostituting? I mean, I buying a prostitute. I got to live in prostitute versus somebody to help me. You know what I'm saying? So I might as well just be on my own and just buy a prostitute. You
but
know?
that makes it so hard for the people who want to date. It makes it truly. When I say it makes it truly so hard. For instance, example, I got a homegirl who moved to Texas. She's from down here.
Right,
Soon as she moved to Texas, it was a whole different ballgame. She and her husband out there.
right. You got to
And
fish
I
in a
was like,
different pond now. You got to fish in a different pond.
that's
You
the
can't fish in the same water and your whole life and expect to win. Because
yeah,
that big wheel, like movie Dick, that great white wheel, that that wheel might be in a whole another ocean. Another, you know what I mean? You got to go out there and fish, man. You know? And
yeah.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry, honey. Go ahead.
No, I just like I just want to know. I just want to put it out there that men do have conversations about relationships, wanting to be in relationships. You know, we all don't sit down and say, "Shit, I just want to fuck this girl, this girl, this girl, this girl." You got men who really want to be in relationships, but on our end, even the picking pool small because of the narrative that's being spun. So we look at situations like I mean, nothing out here, man. I just had a conversation with a man today. He was like, man, bro, I tired. Like, I tired. Like, I ain't even want, you know what I mean? Feel like every female he come in contact with want to deal with him for his monetary situation. Like, tangible things that he got, he ain't making it genuine. And that'll drive you emotionally insane because you might really want to lock in with somebody and have somebody for you. But the temperature's just bad out here, man. Everybody won't be a boss chick. They won't be dominant, man. I see. I had a woman tell me that everything a man do that irks her, she gonna beat him.
Oh no,
I like that type of shit.
I
Me
don't wish
personally,
that on nobody. I
beat.
do not wish nobody at all. At all. I almost lost my life. I don't wish that on nobody at all. The first time of that, I'm gone.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. I'm
you,
gone.
that ain't
They
even
don't
no
touch
type.
again.
That ain't even no type of energy you need to have in your household, especially if you got kids. You know, because they could
Exactly.
think
And
that's the
that's why
norm.
we just talk about that at work today, how females allow these men around their kids. And me, I have two grown kids.
Right,
They done out, they gone. I have two smaller kids
right,
because I started all. So I ain't never been the type to have this man, that man, and that man over to my house because I got girls and I got boys.
right,
You would know that I have children, but you would never meet them unless we are exclusive.
right, right,
If we ain't exclusive, you ain't coming to my house or you ain't being in my kid's prison
right.
at all.
And
Now,
that's respectful.
if my kids gone for the weekend with their daddy, then yeah, I'll invite you over. But if they home, no can do over. That's
Right,
not gonna work with me
right.
at all. We just spoke about that at work
But see,
today.
that's morals. That's having values. That's having principles. And I throw that shit out the window. Because I'm gonna keep it 100. I done, I done knocked some off with the brand new BB lane next to. Like shit, they ain't care the BB lane. Like take your head off. All right, time to go. You know, he ain't
Mm,
care. Like he just that's just it. Like it. And I had a savage. I been running through my savagery at one point. I just ain't that kid. Now I'm being a grown man, respectful. I wouldn't do nothing like that. But
Yeah.
I used to do shit for spite too. I don't like this nigga. I'm gonna knock his baby mama off and
Dang,
leave the
yeah,
door
you
open
actually,
so whoever going to the bathroom in the hallway can see me packing them from the back. You hear me?
hey, gosh, imagine that waking up seeing that.
Oh, I done scar some kids now. I done scar some kids now. I done scar some kids. Bust that door open. I leave them unlocked too. Boom.
Mm.
I done did that. And I look as soon as you walk out the door, I be saying to myself, "Yeah, I hope he goes and tells his daddy."
I ain't got time for you till you a mess.
No, I
Like my
used to
whole
be
life.
like that. I used to be like that. I hope that little nigga tell his daddy too. I been packing the fuck out of his mama, yeah. You know, but I've been young and stupid.
I don't, I don't play those type of games. If my kids home, don't even worry about coming. Don't even talk in the yard because one thing, I have girls and boys. I
Right,
set a standard because I want to show my boys what you don't do in somebody mama house. Because
right.
I have a son, is that's in welding school and he's young, and I want to show him what you not do in a female house with her kids around. And then I got girls too,
Right.
show them, when you get their kids, you don't let no any old man come around your children at all. So that's how I don't know about everybody else's house, but that's how I am in my household. I protect my kids by all means necessary.
Yeah,
Because when you beat
wait,
them
you got
with
these funny niggas out here too now. These little niggas play with boys and girls.
yeah, I'll be the Scarlet. What do you name of Scarlet Wilson? Or have me underneath the jail. I'm telling you.
Oh, but
I'm telling
this temperature, wow, man. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the community. And like you see, your home girl going to Texas and find her husband, right? Man,
you. Yep,
listen, and
that
this
girl got married, find her husband less than a year. And I said I
and
might
he
make
don't
the
he don't
same move too.
he don't even take that long. You feel me? A man know he won't marry you from within at least 6 months of a relationship. And then
Yeah,
let me keep the shit 100 because my granddad used to tell me this too. A man will stick around for a long time without marrying a woman to, to waiting on her to take the next step, to fully commit. Like, and then a nigga just to get fed up and haul laugh. I'm gonna just keep it 100. I've been in a 15-year relationship. I've been waiting on my baby mama to do the right thing. He did it. I jumped ship because
but that goes
ain't never been gonna happen though. She ain't never been gonna change. She never even been gonna get past the point of recognizing that he just been one element in our relationship that can't marry struggle, man. I ain't got time for that shit.
But you
Can't
have to be yours. When you get married, you got to be equally yours.
and she do and then being honest with you, she doing better without like as we've been apart. Now I kind of realizing I've been an enabler when it came to finances because she's doing way better than she would have been doing if we been. You feel me? Because I have like I take the whole burden. Not saying she ain't been doing, but I just take the burden. So that now that we've been separated, she had to get herself together, like, and she doing that.
Right,
Yeah, but
right.
she'll
And
be a good
sometimes it
wife to
takes that.
somebody else. Though. I
That
just tell
it
her I'll
takes
give
that.
her away at her wedding.
It takes that because that's what happened with me and my ex-husband.
Right,
I school now. I'm out of school now. I have a good career in the medical field, and I'm back. I'm about to start school because I'm studying to become a PA. So now I'm more, you know, riding away from my career field. So
right.
sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes separation to get to where you need to be.
Yeah, she
You just
balled it
never know.
down. That take two truck back to back. This come back from Vegas down, went up some racks. She on the phone flexing. I like, oh, hey, happy for you. I just forget. Don't forget when you do decide to get married. I'll be the one to give you away because I'm ready to give your ass away now.
Look at you now, ready to give them away.
Real quick. Shit, I might pay
And
for the
then
motherfucking dress. Let's get this shit cracking. let's,
I can
let's,
see you now.
let's get this shit together. That's the dress you want. I got you. Let's go. Man, you ain't got to worry about the dress. I got the dress. You feel me? But
Mm.
I just feel like like my last situation, I've been 100% everything. You feel me? And that shit bit me so bad in the ass. And it ain't been the money, it been the principle. And that bothered me more than anything, how that shit I blew up, but how bad, you know, everybody who been around the situation is saying it was my fault because I made it too comfortable. And you gotta be kidding me. I never heard of no shit like that. Oh shit.
It no, I taught my oldest son that because he learned how to speak. Just started dating, and he's fresh out of high school. And his first girlfriend, I put all the business out there. His first girlfriend, all he did was buy her stuff, buy her stuff, buy her stuff. I know the game from being around my older cousin and my brother. And I used to always tell my son, stop buying that girl so much things because she just gonna like your hand. She ain't gonna really love you for you. She
Right.
gonna like when you could buy for her. And now, like, you can't get a dog out.
I back.
No, because I had to show him, you go to work, you make this money. You in high school, you making this money. You work for your money so you can buy your first cash. And
Right,
she ain't doing that. Don't you get in this car? You see what I'm saying?
right.
All she was doing is gimme, gimme, gimme. And I had to tell my son, you can't always throw a woman your hands because she just gonna want you for that. She ain't gonna want you for you. She gonna want you for your money. She gonna want you to get her nails, tails done, all that.
So we
I had to show my and now he different now. Like you gotta get to know. I want to get to know you for you instead of what's in
Well,
your
you could,
hand and
yeah,
your
yeah,
pocket.
right. Let me
You
ask
get
you a
what I'm
question.
saying?
I know you saying, so let me ask you a question. Because you got a lot of females who, in that principle of alpha dominant, wanting the man to come in and do it all, right? But they don't want their sons to get dominated the same way by feels that their sons are being. Do you think that's right? You want
Mm-mm.
this man to
Ain't
come
right.
in and do everything above and beyond, and your son, a young lady got your son doing that? Oh no, you don't do that for no bitch, no. And I've seen that verbatim. Like, yo, are you crazy? Like, wow. You want the man to come into your life and flip the bill, but your son, don't give her nothing. You do a low bit for him, but don't no, you ain't got to do all that.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with doing something for her, taking her on a date, buying her flowers and stuff, but don't jump to her every beck and call thing. Don't do that. No, don't jump to her every beck and call. That like I feel like certain things should be earned. You know what I'm saying? If
Right.
she loving you and do what she's supposed to do as how to say in the geeky voice, your gal,
Yeah.
and she doing everything she's supposed to do, and she holding you down, then she earned that. But don't just give them to her just because she says so. Don't do that, son. And
Right. I did that.
now he damn.
And I did that, boy. That shit ain't work out, boy. That woman skipped town with the next man.
Now he like Mr. Krabs. He good with his money. He save his money and stuff. He got a little girlfriend or whatever. But
Right.
he do. He do, but ain't like how he used
When
to be
right,
with
right, 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 right.
himself.
See, we got a man here saying reciprocity. I just know, like, you know, with my sons, for example, I teach my sons the harsh realities of what they face, and I try to teach my sons how to distinguish between users and people who walking in their genuine self. Like, for example, like a giver can only be with a giver. A giver can't be with a taker, and two takers is self destruction. You feel me? So, like, if I open to giving you and you giving me back, we gonna flourish. That's just like we seeding the plant, sun, water, boom. We gonna grow. If I
Right.
giving like you said earlier, I pouring into you, I gonna go dry. You feel me?
Get that left over for
And
you.
that person will take your water and go someplace else. That's just how that go. You know. So
Yep.
that's whole situation crazy, man. Like I say, man, these are the type of conversations that need to be had because everybody ain't on that dynamic. All right, we gotta. I know you can see this, so I'm gonna run this clip real quick. Um, and this shit should work. No. Soon as I did them, fuck it, man. Soon as I did this shit, fuck it. We ain't using that. I ain't doing it tonight. Fuck it. That's what it is. But yeah, the screen keep glitching on this program, man. I don't know what's wrong with this stuff, man. I probably got to revert back to using the old program because I ain't had these many technical difficulties. But you know, I appreciate you calling in because that feminine aspect we needing to be on. Everybody don't, like I said, people don't everybody ain't on the same wave, you know. And now that we grown and we know what we want and what we need, just like you see, a lot of us need to go to therapy. I done been here and knock off from a therapist too. You know, had a
You
long standing, situation with her till her husband called.
hey, I remember that story.
No, that was another doctor. That was I had a few of them. Yeah, man, that was another doctor. No, uh, like I said, you gotta grow up. I done grown up now. I ain't on the same type of time I've been on. So a lot of a lot of what I used to be for then and what I'm for now, I really for positivity because I seen the effects on the kids. You know, kids used to argue, so they become argumentative in school, and that's the only way they can communicate when they feel like they backed into a corner. You know what I mean? I just told the kid today, like we've been having a conversation about football, and I'm like, in the weight room, I'm like, yo, this is the place where you take all that stress out of it. And his response was, "Ain't no fight back, coach." I said, "Ain't no fight back." He was like, "Yeah, like ain't nobody to fight. It's no fight back, ain't no pushback. I need to push back." I said, "Bro, fighting should be the last line of defense when you dealing with anybody." And he was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Man, listen, you know, you can get yourself into a fight and die for one, right?
Mm,
When you jump the gun like that, you opening yourself up to danger. How hard is it if you smart enough and you making 90s in your classes for you to communicate? Sometimes it's better to walk away. But I see you putting
mm,
that same effort into it, like you somebody make you angry, man, take them weights and beat them weights up. Get your body together. Take your mind off of it. After practice, after the weight training, he been like, "Yo, coach, I just thought about what you said, and that makes sense." I say, "Man, you've been in 27 fights in the last 2 years, yo. 27 fights, literally 27 fights." I said, "Where that get you at? You couldn't play football last year, something you wanted to do. Now this year, you taking a different approach, and look at where you at." I said, "You can lose a lot from using that as your first step at resolve. Come on, man. That don't make you no less than a man. Shit, a man to me nowadays, the bigger man walk away. Cause most of the killers pussies. Scary niggas. You feel me? And I had to tell him that, like, bro, you gotta change your whole way of thinking. You want to succeed. You coming out here to play ball. You want to help your family dynamic. How you gonna do that if you in jail or dead? Because if you beat a person up too bad and they feel threatened to the point that when they come to school and shoot you in your face, you feel me? Now you gone from here. All because you could have walked away. But that's the temperature, the dynamic out here. Like I say, a lot of what we do in the household affecting these kids. They carrying burdens. You know, they seeing things and not able to communicate properly. So they vent and lash out. Well, not vent, they lash out. And that's the first line of lashing out. You know, I don't. You know, at the end of the day, I'm an advocate for violence, even though I got a violent background. You feel me? And I feel like words. My granddad used to always tell me, "It take a big man to walk away." You know, because the person who you might be into what the day, y'all might be able to talk it out tomorrow. And a lot of them situations be like that. You be the heat of the moment. You're going through what you're going through, and you just everything abrupt. But if you can keep a cool head and you know come back, you never know what this person was going through at the time when the situation happened, and they ain't even on that today. You know, but you know that's the type of message I be trying to give to them boys and try to keep them on track, man, and noticing that we keeping them communicating while we working out and doing things. We take walks even when we, doing field work like drills and stuff. We conversate, we laugh and joke, and it be event space for these young men, and they able to speak and not be judged because their peers going through some of those situations, and that's a lot of what men have problems with too. We feel like we're gonna be judged if we say, "Hey, I hurt him," or "I need to talk," or it's crazy, man. It's crazy, but
That's what I tell my oldest son, because he used to get in trouble in school, and he was like, "Mama, I won't go in the military. I just want to go in the military and better myself to help you." And I said, "Son, you don't have to help me." I said, "Son, you gotta look at it as the team to play basketball." I said, "Well, you got a lot to lose. You gotta move different.
right,
And
that's
when
for
you have
real.
a lot to lose, you gotta move different. You gotta let go of them friends who ain't friends that kept you in trouble. You gotta let him go." And now, since he let everything else go that was,
He
not
prospering.
serving him, and
He
he
prospering.
prospering, and the same friends that he so-called friends he had, some of them dead, some of them got plenty kids fresh out of high school, and some of them in jail.
Man, listen,
So that's why I told you I'm glad that my son had the right bullets behind him.
right,
Because trust me and his daddy, or we used to stay on him,
right,
stay
right. That's
on him.
good. Us daddy, man. Us daddy like that with him. You know, um,
Oh yeah,
my boys, for example, I taught my boys since they've been babies that ain't no such thing as friends. You know, I tell my boys the same thing my granddaddy tell me. You gonna meet a few genuine people in your life, and they gonna be with you for the rest of your life. So I got sandbox friends that they my friends to this day and gonna be my friends till I die. But I had to decipher who these people were, you know, as a child, right? So my sons, I don't be wanting to make it seem as though there isn't any genuineness outside the door, but your first friend should be your brother or your sisters. Like them your friends, them your siblings, but them your friends. That's the basis of your friendship should be amongst your blood, right? Yeah, y'all gonna bicker, y'all gonna go through, what y'all go through, but y'all need to look out for one another because
hmm
them same friends you think your friends outside them doors, no, no, I done had my so-called homeboys try to kill me, set me up, put the police on me, like these my friends. I know their mamas. I don't sleep in their mama house. Like I don't eat at their mama table, vice versa. I try to put bullets in me. You feel me? That try to kill me, like literally kill me. Friend, there ain't no such thing as no friend, you know. And that, and that's like I said, that's the dynamic. So even as a black man wanting to merge his energy with a black female, it be hard, man, because we got so much to deal with. Not saying that y'all don't, but I was taught as a man growing up, a little boy, that the black man got a hard plight out here. You feel me? Like we go through way more than any man who stand up and pee on this earth. You feel what I'm saying?
With all right already.
Yeah, yeah. Hard to see you ain't got your partner in crime with you, which is your girlfriend or your wife. You know, you feel like you're moving alone. You know, but that's just my personal experience. I feel lonely all the fucking time, but I
Yeah, that's why a hustler and a leech could never make it. You need two hustlers together, like
that's why
mine.
that's why I say a giver gotta be with a giver and a giver can't be with a taker, and two takers gonna crash out. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's just that. You ain't no way around it. But it's hard to figure out who's a giver. You know, it's hard to figure that out because everybody's so guarded. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers might want to spoil you to death, but boy, Keisha just dragged me. You feel me? I just ain't want, I don't want to look stupid again. And women got the same story. Like, I don't look over this nigga. This nigga ain't worth shit. He gonna run back this baby mama. He fucking with this little boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the script now. That's what's going on, man. This shit is crazy. You know, but we could be all right because we gonna keep having these fucking talks. This is therapy, people.
Yeah, y'all could be all right.
Yeah, we can
Y'all
be all
could be
right.
all right.
We can be all right. You know, we can be all right. But
Yeah.
hey, like I say, these talks will happen every night because that's my event space. You feel me? And I
Oh
know a
yeah.
lot of people been messaging me, man, you ain't going live tonight, man. What's wrong with you? You can't start something and don't continue. I be needing that. I be like, man, you tripping. But like I say, man, we trying to build this thing up and get this shit right. At the end of the day, like I say, like even what you talking about your son, that's a great thing that you and your baby daddy, ex husband, building, you know, respectable and honorable men. That is what's
It takes
needed
a
in society. You know,
it takes a village all down to his stepmother in his life. We be on him. Even though he's a grown man now, we done raised him to the best of our ability. It takes a village.
and
It
that
takes
and
a
that's
real
respect
village.
that had take off to her because you got people who so selfish they be in the situations but they don't want to deal with the kids. They don't want to deal with the kids. They don't want to be genuine with the kids. You know, that's my biggest fear is for me to get married to a woman that she don't treat my kids like her if I die.
And that's how I look at it. As, me and the daddy, we done.
Right,
We done trained. Now we look at it as we got a child, we done made together, we got raised, we gotta not get along for the kids' sake, because that's one thing I don't believe in. Let's get along for the kids' sake. No, we gonna get along because we want to get along so we can do right by our son. So the police officer can't come to our door looking for our son.
right,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? So we got to get along because we want to be able to put our heads together and finish raising this child. Take our personal feelings out
Off
of
the
it
table. Yep, off the table.
and raise our son together. Because
Right,
my son ain't gonna be statistic. I'm sorry. Come to head with a high road. My son ain't being no statistic. I'm not burying my son. And I told my son, I said, you won't be in the street, you gotta get out now. Because I don't do in this household, we don't do street.
right, right,
We don't do if you won't do street, we will live with your daddy. And daddy said, oh, he can't come in.
right.
No, ma'am.
And y'all reinforcing help. Wherever mama say that stamp, wherever daddy say that stamp. And there ain't no swing with that. What your daddy say, or that what your daddy said, or that's what he is. What your mama say, that's what your mama say, that's what the fuck he is. Now get out my face. You feel me?
Exactly. He's a very good boy. So good man now. And I'm very proud of him. I'm proud of both of my older kids. My oldest daughter lives in California. I was
Oh
say, keep it
shit.
here.
Big money.
And yeah,
Girl, let
and
me
my kids
borrow
got a
something.
week.
My welfare check ain't come yet. Need the whole little stuff. No Uncle Taylor. Uncle, you see Uncle Taylor cash out.
So I just prodded them. That's all. I just had a bullet. That's all. And
Man,
I've
that's a
been one
good
of those
thing.
mama.
That's a good thing.
I I ain't no friend. I'm not your friend. I'm your mama. I'm not trying to be your homegirl, your homeboy. I'm gonna keep it and give it to you real and raw.
And I be seeing females in the clubs and bars with their kids. That shit is ridiculous. You feel me? I even make the statement the other day, and I don't care if I get bashed about it or not. If your son in the streets feel there's fucking parents, you feel me? And that's coming from a man who been raised by a single mother. You feel me? Just
hmm
being
I
honest.
used to work. I used to work in the emergency room, and I used to see a whole lot of our young black boys coming in there with gunshot wounds.
Yeah, I done
And
Michelle
I used to
twice.
always, I always used to tell my son the real. And I would show him pictures. If we going, I would show him real pictures of what that happened. And I told my son, I said, son, you know how hard it is to go out there with the doctors and watch them tell the family that their child is gone. You know how hard that is?
Ain't no much
It's
homeboys that I'm buried. How many caskets that I took? How many mamas I see going into? I talking about past nervous breakdown. Damn near skip town on me. Just out of it. I done seen it. Like so, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Like even with the Ricky Smiley situation, he just lost his son recently, and that has struck me kind of hard because he said he been getting pushed back from, I guess his son mother about how he been trying to discipline his son and raise his son, and then keep him away from the things that ultimately causes demise. And to
mm-hmm.
look at that, right? We need to do better, man. We don't need to be clashing with one another. That's why I'm glad you got a success story with co-parents and co-parenting the proper way. Like I done been through it with my baby mama. I wish all my kids been with one person now. So I tell my sons like, man, y'all don't see what I'm going through. Like y'all need to just focus on, becoming honorable and respectable men. And then when you done establish yourself as a man, you pick you a real mate and you move forward with your family. You know,
Yeah. I always told my kids, have manners. Please have manners.
right,
Please. Because the same people who you disrespect will be the same person you're going to need for something. Have manners. Because that's how I was raised. I was raised where if I got in trouble at school, that note will be stapled to my shirt. I would get tear up by my mama, and then I would get tear up by my mom.
boy, I used
And
to
that's
get
how
beat to go to sleep. That was my situation. I used to get beat every day. School, shit. I had straight A's, but boy, I had ass cutting coming after I get out the shower. All any time, it ain't that matter. Ain't nothing but my ass cut before I go to sleep. That been like Tylenol PM to me.
I did not play game in my kid. I did not play. When his daddy needed to discipline him, I did not even step in the way.
Right,
I just be like, handle your business, and I walk off. And I used to always tell my son, you get in trouble at school, your daddy find out I can't save you. And
right,
I'm not going to jump in the middle of that.
right, right,
Nope,
right,
that's on you. You do the crime, you got to do the time. That's between you and your daddy. How if he want to solve it, that's on you. I can't do nothing. And I never been the type to jump in between that. If he get disciplined, if he got disciplined by his stepmama or his daddy, I ain't saying nothing. That's on you, buddy. You want to be serious. I
right,
can't help you.
right. You know what type of time you in.
Yeah, but I about to make people
Yeah,
kill you. I
yeah.
don't work full time.
Oh yeah, yeah. Get some rest, man. Appreciate you calling in too.
All right, love.
All right, good night.
Good night.
But then heard it. Everybody on that type of time, man. Like those late comments. The screen keep glitching on this program. I apologize. But the topic of today's show is the 50-50 relationship non-existent. Is paying equal bills a deal breaker? I possibly gonna run this back tomorrow once I figure the system situation out. Because I feel we had a great show tonight. If anybody else want to call in, you can call in. The lines are open. But let's all scratching our head on that. Those that are single, how or what's the premise of the finance in the relationship? Hey Archie, you reflecting on that shit. Archie said, um, yeah, we start at 9, sus. We start at 9. I do the midday show now at noon. I'm one at 9. I possibly gonna bump it up to 8, but I be trying to give people a chance to get their houses set up. We got for 2 hours. Like, Archie said, especially when you finish your work first and you homie don't finish his, and he playing with you. Oh yeah, I on his talk. I about to get him in trouble. But yeah, Shavala, man, we you know, okay, I would tune in and call up. All right, shit. Moving forward, you got the idea. Try to send out as many notifications. Y'all can go on the chat at the top of the chat, um, and subscribe to my YouTube page. Um, subscribe, hit the notification button. You know, like this right here. Uh, there you go. You see him? Oh no, I see him. Y'all can't see nothing. Goddamn program. Appreciate it. Share it. Hey, I can't do nothing with this camera situation, man. I trying, man. I don't know what's going on. Why my internet talk here? I got two different internets, and I switched from one to the other, and it's still in. You know, I'm gonna hit this right here. I'll hit the link and subscribe. You feel me? Like I said, man, we trying to do big things and bring the community back together. We trying to make a difference. Because everything that going on bad in these relationships affecting these kids. You know? So here's the link. Y'all subscribe. If y'all want to send me some Cash App money too, because I gotta buy new programs and stuff. So you can donate and support. Cash App right there. He back now. I see he back now. He back now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna run him back, Vic. I'm gonna run him back. I'm gonna run him back. I'm gonna run him back. My apologies to those who couldn't really get the full grasp of what's going on with this shit glitch. But we trying to make a difference in the community. I want to see the black family come back to prominence. So a lot of these discussions need to be had. So y'all can do me a favor and hey, no bullshit, Muslim tonight. If I had a few dollars, I would have cash app you because I really enjoyed the conversation. I really enjoyed your perspective. And I'm glad you back feminine energy, man. You project positivity through you, your family, and everybody around. I appreciate you. Um, like you said, look at the kids are flourishing. You got the daughter and Cali making all that money. Just tell her, don't forget Uncle Taylor when she blow up. That's young man in Weldon School. He about to go make money. You got a good turnover rate. The boy doing it. You feel me? And I respect you. I take my hat off to you. You and your ex husband. Salute to him too, and step mama. What's happening, step mama? Um, yeah, but we gonna cut it off tonight, man. We gonna run this back tomorrow. I appreciate y'all for the support. Like I said, man, I feel like the universe put this in my mind and in my heart for me to put this platform together. Just to have these conversations to try to mend some fences. You know what I mean? We don't need to be at all with one another when we got more enemies than the person we looking across the table at. Feel me? I don't want to have an enemy in my household, and when I step outside, I got a bunch of enemies. I need to fix this. So I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all have a good night, and see y'all 12 o'clock tomorrow for lunchtime. What?
Even paranoid, you think. Cause I know how niggas is. When you in the streets and you hustling, you know how niggas is. Cause you was one of them niggas, you know what I'm saying? You on the corner, you try to get your money, you see a nigga roll a vibe, a Benz or a Beamer. I'll be the Benz, you know what I'm saying? Drop to that other corner, so I know the same speech is coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's all good though. I ain't tripping. That nigga.
Hunger that brought me back to where I started. Where the same hunger brought me dreams of being a martyr. But from a straight A student to get to the chart, I had to blame myself. I didn't have a father. I can't even blame the project for fucking revolvers. Fast hoes, fast cash, I wanted to start. I had killers in my section, they praying in the copper. Had them beggars around me too, and they watching me profit. Had no sense of fulfillment, that money was my focus. I think that cutting Benjamins kept the niggas going. My little homie shot my homie and a sister's killing. That's the day in the life for the drug dealers. Hoes becoming your bitches, wanna fucking your niggas. They pillow talking and they causing your niggas to kill you. I had dreams of something better, so bigger shit. But living in the ghetto, there ain't no lights, nigga. It's too loud on the streets, no. I'm traveling this dark road. I'm trying to find a spot to go, but I don't know which way to go. For this money, I done sold my soul. Just wanna make it explode. For this, to keep the lights on. Do anything for that spot to go. Been shot a couple times, so ain't no fear for death. Granny told me God wanted me here for something else. I had visions of success, people from what I came. Out the slums, but selling drugs, how you maintain. I used to watch television and have to wait. And walk outside my door, I'm witness to a murder case. Got introduced to 808s and learned to escape. So I took the pen and pad to make people relate. Never got caught with the weight, but they were planning on me. My little homie caught a case, so now he batting on me. Real honor amongst these ain't in the category. Nowadays, keep me G ain't even mandatory. If life was what you nigga, I made my life shit. Seems like the harder nigga push, man, the worse it gets. And I never had you to living like this. No, I never had you to depending on bricks. Real. Now it seems all my dreams never made sense. But even in my dreams, I just wanted to live. Not the dog Christian niggas, but my residence. Niggas snitching trying to tie me to some evidence. It's cool out on the streets, no. I'm traveling this dark road. I'm trying to find a spot to go, but I don't know which way to go. For this money, I done sold my soul. I'm trying to make it go explode. But listen to keep the lights on. Do anything for that spot to go.
I wasn't really looking at it as like, well, how am I feeling right now? I feel like killing myself. I'm right around about it. It wasn't like that. I was just thinking like, damn, I remember when I used to be stressed out in the same fucking room. You know what I'm saying? And like, it was to the point where I was like, I want to kill myself. I was just like, damn, my baby mom's stressing me. My mom's stressing me. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no money. I'm broke. The av is hot. And they can't get no money. A nigga just be like, yo, fuck, if I was dead, I wouldn't have to worry about nothing.